Hello, this is Leah, back once again for another video, and I bet you missed me. Sorry I've been gone so long. I was hiking up and down mountains, and through valleys, and over water and land on your planet Earth. It's been a while, longer than I expected, and I'm sorry. Sorry I've been gone, but I'm back. So, here it is, almost the end of summer, and I'm still preparing for my big projects and things. I had to come back. I was thinking of canceling my WWE Network subscription. Just getting tired of the same old stuff over and over in the world of, TV wrestling or whatever, internet wrestling, whatever you want to call it. Much more of an indie wrestling fan. The stuff that, comes out of Japan and stuff from the 90s and the 80s. But the Mae Young Classic, which of course many of you remember from last year that I reviewed, had many female stars, appearing to many audiences for the first time in North America, on the WWE Network. It was considered an NXT event, but whatever. Well, anyway, the Mae Young Classic is coming back this year again, and there's definitely some women to watch. Now, of course, I greatly enjoyed the previous show. It's one of those things where, if you've been watching Shimmer like I have, or seen Japanese wrestling, what good women's wrestling can look like, and it's not that shocking, but for many, they're probably blown away. And the thing is, some of the matches were shorter, some of them weren't as good. A lot of the characters didn't get a chance to really, do as much. It focused on certain stars, but, I was glad to see, the focus on certain wrestlers who really haven't been given much of any credit at all by WWE, recognizing their careers, like Mercedes Martinez, one of my favorites from back in the day from Shimmer. But there's some others this time. They say, they're going to have an all-women's pay-per-view. Well, TNA, Impact, did this many times with their Knockouts, Knockdown, one night only. They did, I think, 4 of them. And, of course, there's been many other women's shows, throughout history in the last 20 years. Many, many. Not just in Japan or Canada. So really, it's not a first. But, if they had a weekly show, that wouldn't be a first either. Many podcasts have pointed this out. Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, which I've seen a few episodes and clips and things, and it was terrible. It was really bad wrestling, really bad characters, even compared to the standards of the day. Not to say wrestling was bad back then, but it was just awful. The idea of it was cool, but it just really didn't do a very good job. And then you had Wrestlelicious. I never bothered with that. People mocked that mercilessly. It gave, the women work, but it was so goofy and silly and short-lived, unfortunately. And then, of course, there's the Glow TV show, which has nothing to do with the original. It's just kind of a reimagining of what it was like, and focusing more on the behind-the-scenes, from what I hear. I'm not that interested in the kind of the backstage pseudo fake documentary drama of wrestling so much. That's why I don't watch Total Divas or any of those type of shows, even though technically they feature, characters I would otherwise maybe be interested in. But that's just what it is. I'm more interested in the in-ring action. Yes, I want to know the characters and motivations, but I don't need to see, all the sordid details of their personal lives, real or imagined. I don't need to see, the love triangles and that sort of thing. Unless it has direct bearing on a match, I don't really care. Not that interested, honestly. It's more like fan fiction. So anyway, here are the list of the Mae Young Classic 2018 wrestlers to watch for. These are the ones I'm going to be watching for, so check them out. Hopefully WWE allows them, even though in that short time they're allotted, 3-5 minutes, whatever, to do what they do. So we've got Allison Kay, of course. Ashley Rain, who is obviously Ashley Lane or Madison Rain, as she was known in TNA. Diana Perazzo, one of these newer women wrestlers. Hiroyo Matsumoto, of course. Lady Destroyer. You know, she's so wonderful. I wonder if they'll allow her to be as over the top as she has been. So we'll see. Who knows? Io Shirai. I really don't know much about her. For a while I was thinking it was Mio Shirai. That's actually her sister. Mio Shirai appeared in Joshi Mania. You know, and I think they had performed there, but I'd only seen Mio, not Io. So Io is going to be there, and people say she's good. I'm sure if she's half as good as her sister, she'll be fun to watch. Then there is, of course, Maiko Satomura. You know, and I saw her in Gaia Girls, a documentary about women trying to make it as women wrestlers in Japan and kind of the harsh treatment they received. Gaia Japan, what is it? Sendai Girls promotion was the actual name of it. And Maiko Satomura, you know, kind of a legend. But she kind of came across as a bit of a bully, kind of this tough trainer. And, you know, to be fair to them, at least going by the documentary and the translation and everything, it was presented as kind of like a boot camp, like, we have to be tough, we have to be mean, because otherwise, you know, they won't make it. And we have to weed out the people who are in this for the wrong reasons. You know, being a wrestler is a hard life. You know, it takes its physical toll. And just because you're a female doesn't mean, you know, you get off easy. You get special treatment. It's not like in the United States, you know, when they were doing the diva search for WWE, when it was all about looks and nothing more. Really, the physical demands are just incredible. So, you know, there was that, but they just kind of came across as a little mean, a little cruel. Chigusa Nagayo and Maiko Satomura. But nevertheless, you know, no one can deny her contributions to wrestling. They say, oh, her wrestling promotion was just about, you know, putting herself over, but whatever. You know, she's still a great wrestler. So there she is. And she's not that old. It's not like it's been that long. She was kind of the younger generation from that 90s Joshi, you know, golden age, that I would call it. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what she's doing these days, because I really haven't followed her career much since those early times. So, Mercedes Martinez, of course, wonderful. I'm surprised she hasn't retired yet. Because maybe she's like one of these wrestlers like Lufisto, you know, where she's just never going to retire. But I don't know. She's so good. It's just going to be wonderful to see her. And even if she doesn't go all the way, I'm sure she'll put over whoever she's wrestling. Mia Yim, of course, wonderful, leaps and bounds. You know, since she first began many years ago now. Nicole Matthews. Now, Nicole Matthews has been waiting for her spot. I think she had an NXT match or two where she kind of got squashed. But she was apparently one of the alternates for the previous Mae Young Classic, and she didn't get a chance to really shine, pardon the pun, you know, on WWE Network. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, if they really give her a chance this time. She's so great as this annoying, like, dopey, like, bully, cheater, whiny, but yet can back it up and dish it out. You know, a bruiser, just a nasty person. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, if any of that character that she's established all these years, you know, when she was teaming with Portia Perez as the Canadian Ninjas and by herself, you know, and briefly as a Shimmer champion. Be interesting to see how much of that translates over. So someone to watch. Then Rachel Ellering, Rachel Evers. You know, I wasn't too familiar with her before the Mae Young Classic, but, you know, she did a decent job. And she's wrestled elsewhere, and I've seen other matches. You know, she's got some beef to her. She's got some bulk. And, you know, it'd be neat to see more of her and what she can do. And, of course, there's a few others that had previously appeared, but, like, some familiar names, Reina Gonzalez, Kavita Devi, have you say her name? Nixon Newell, you know, I kind of forgotten. She's from one of those early Shimmer volumes. Tegan Knox. You know, I kind of have to rewatch her matches, honestly, because I kind of forgotten a lot about her. But she is, she's been out there. Toni Storm, of course, early favorite from the previous Mae Young Classic. She went the distance, and I've seen her wrestle elsewhere. Pretty decent physique and shtick. It's kind of this punk rocker. Not so much a punk rocker, more like Axl Rose wannabe type of character, or Slash or whatever. Vanessa Craven, of course. It's interesting to see these wrestlers that keep, their original names. You wonder how much of their character they'll keep. But see, I have the feeling that a lot of these wrestlers, they just do this to just say, oh, this is just variety. Here's this woman with her costume. Here's this other woman. You see a lot of names that are missing. A lot of Shimmer wrestlers have gone through NXT and are now either in Raw or SmackDown. And to me, it's sad because it's like, well, I'm probably not going to see him on Shimmer then. I mean, Shimmer's coming up in October. I'm really planning to go and see, but I'm kind of thinking, well, some of my old favorites are going to be gone. They've gone on to bigger and better things, but kudos to them. I just won't get to see as much of them because, in indie wrestling, you really have to pull out all the stops, it seems like, and you get to, really get up close and really see them. But so I'm grateful that I have so many, Shimmer volumes to see these female performers, these wrestlers, these women athletes. And, you just get the brief treatment on television or on the WWE Network streaming. And, hopefully they get paid better and get better benefits, even though they're independent contractors. The world of wrestling isn't fair, really. But as a fan, there's so much you can go back to from the old days. So anyway, here's to a new year, a new channel experience with Lee in reviews. So I have much more to do, kind of a low-budget setup. It's going to be a while before I get things kind of back up to speed. Kind of gotten a little rusty. Been gone for a while, but I've got my legs back, and I'm getting my excitement back. And, I'm not giving up on wrestling. I'm not giving up on movies or games or other things I like. I want to come back and do reviews for you, commentaries, rants if they occur. And I have other things to do. I have a life, I have work, but I do enjoy doing this. So thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for sticking around. I haven't lost you all already, my army of tiny followers. They're tiny followers, but so wonderful for this. Keeping me going, sustained, and coming back, and more comebacks than The Rock. And also, I want to say rest in peace to the career of another vlogger. He went by the name Cedric, or WJ, or Wrestling Jesus. I don't know if he's gone forever, but he's gone for a long time. And he's one of these guys that kind of goes away and comes back. But, I enjoyed his programming. He was, kind of a goofball, but, we definitely sense his absence in kind of this commentary community, whatever you want to call it. But there's many other YouTubers that are still out there whose content I still enjoy. So, anyway, wherever he is, hope he's doing well. Hope he's still on this great planet you have. And we'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Goodbye.